Welcome to day 16 of the Grow More Leaders 30-day challenge. And the key topic for this particular session is the relevance of happiness at work. With everything else that's going on around the world at the moment, I think that's probably a very timely topic. And it covers mental well-being, it covers resilience, and I think happiness is probably gets to the real core of how can you show up each day as the best version of yourself despite adversity, despite challenges and despite negativity. And the mistake that too many individuals often make is to associate their happiness with some external event that will happen at some stage in the future. So you hear people say, I will be happy when I get that promotion. I will be happy when I find that life partner. I will be happy when I move into that magnificent house. I will be happy when. And the problem is that you are kicking the can down the road. You are actually postponing your happiness now and you're deferring it until some moment in the future. And that moment may not pass. So somebody asked a monk, how do you lead a happy life? And the monk said, by living a happy now. And the truth is, how you live your seconds defines how you live your minutes. And how you live your minutes defines how you live your hours. And how you live your hours defines how you live your life. So it's important to start reframing happiness from things that you aspire to achieve in the future to where you are right here, right now, and what you have right here, right now in your life. And the chances are you probably have more abundance than you appreciate and realize. And that brings me on to my second point. And you've heard me say that one of the most powerful ways of being an effective leader yourself and leading your own life is by knowing how to be your own best friend. And this is all about the inner game. And the inner game is about learning to be at peace with yourself, learning to accept who you are, learning to live with your imperfections, but knowing that they are not permanent and they're not fixed, that you have the ability to grow, you have the ability to adapt, and you have the ability to grow. So the whole idea of learning to be your own best friend is living in a judgment-free zone, learning not to judge yourself, and equally learning not to judge others and not to compare yourself to others, and actually accepting that you are good enough. And then the final thing I just wanted to share with you is how you can build in habits and rituals into your daily routines that bring you joy. So it could be a morning routine, for example, because clearly how you set your day up often defines the trajectory of your day. So the minute your feet touch your bedroom floor, what are some of the rituals that you can start your day off with that you know sets you up in the right frame of mind, that brings you joy? So for example, do you meditate for 15-20 minutes each morning, deliberately and consciously focusing on the things that you are grateful for? Do you go for a jog and release the positive endorphins? Do you do some workout that again releases serotonin or oxytocin and all the positive endorphins that sets you up for the day? Do you build rituals in your day where you can have a belly-busting laugh with your children that will change your frame of mind, that will change your outlook, and that will change your perspective? Do you have a circle of friends around you that you can call upon when you are having a bad moment? And that's the key thing. It's not about looking through the world through rose-tinted glasses, but it's about silencing the inner critic, and it's about having a support network around you and strategies around you so that when you are in a blip, you can quickly recover. And these are vital life skills, like any muscle, that it needs practice to strengthen it. And that's the thing I'm really getting you to think about. What small rituals and habits can you practice on a daily basis that will start bringing joy into your life? So thanks for listening. And one of the things I'm going to encourage you to do is, could you perhaps have a session with your team? Could you have a session with a colleague, with a coach, with somebody that you trust, and just have a conversation around one thing that struck a chord with you, and perhaps get your team talking about what are their rituals about bringing joy into their daily lives.